So, good evening and welcome to our V8 pre-World Final interviews. We're nearing this year's World Final at the Odsal Stadium at Bradford. Joining me are some of the drivers who have gained points, earning their place on that all-important World Final grid. So tonight I've got Dan Poole and Chloe Gwin. Good evening to you both.
What do you?
So, leading up to this year's World Final, how has that gone for you? I'm going to go to Chloe first.
Great. I mean, I wasn't even meant to be racing this year. I only ended up racing at Mildenhall because my brother was at work, and I don't know, a miracle maybe happened, and it happened. Don't actually know how it happened. So yeah, that is literally my prep, was arrive and drive.
Pretty good start then. And how about for you, Dan?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, I was planning on coming out at some point this season. I wasn't sure when, and it just come about that I managed to Grant Leather's car come up for sale, and he'd messaged me dad personally because he'd been interested in it before, and ended up getting that. And so, best place to start I thought would be Birmingham, with it being nice track on tarmac, and sort of went from there and sort of did all right, really. Quite surprised myself, and just went from there, and then that was it. 2 meetings, and then it was in.
Brilliant. So, Dan, you're on row 8 for this World Final. Chloe, you're on row 9. So, do you think that will affect your chances at all? How will it affect your chances of gaining that win?
It's not going to happen. It's a fluke that I'm on the grid anyway. So
I wouldn't say that, Chloe. You've been racing well.
Only once this year.
How about for you, Dan?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I quite enjoyed Bradford last time out. I was getting the hang of it towards the end of it. We had a few engine problems, which I couldn't do as many races as I wanted to. But in the final, I felt like I was getting quicker as the night went on. So, I don't know, we'll just have to see. I mean, just a finish would be nice, no damage and finish. All depends what happens in front of us, doesn't it?
Yeah, you've got a few rays before you, haven't you, there, going into that first turn. So Dan, you've had a couple of meetings at Bradford already. Chloe, you've been and watched the racing there. I know you were there a couple of weeks ago. So how do you think that stadium's going to go for you both? I'll go to Dan first.
I mean, well, like I say, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great track. It just different from watching my dad doing F1s there to actually doing it myself. It's a lot narrower than you think. Like down the straights, you're coming out of the bends, and the wall just comes towards you. Right. It's like really at a quick learning curve sort of thing. So, I mean, just try and not get tangled up. I got tangled up in the heat, dead easy. Just someone come out of the fence at me and got spun, and so it's just keeping going, I suppose. I don't know. Don't really know. I haven't got enough experience, but have a go.
Seems to be doing pretty well in that car, though.
Yeah, well, it's off the front as well. They're only in white. It's a different story from blue now, isn't it? I was just used to going round on my own until they catch me up.
So, what about for you, Chloe? You've seen the race in there. What do you think it's going to be like for yourself?
I mean, I'm driving a different car this time, so I'm hoping, thanks to Darren, that hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to look after me, because I love the car. It's real good, and it is all right on shale. I just need to keep out the wall. I've been warned not to go there. So I've just got to stay away.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on the World Final grid this year? I'll come to you first, Chloe.
I think it'll be good racing. I mean, everyone will be closed up anyway, but I think it's a different track. I think it will just be different with where everyone is on the grid. And there's people that they're all mixed up as well, if that makes sense.
I think, do you mean from like experienced drivers to newer drivers?
Experienced drivers to new drivers to everyone, really, because there's quite a few drivers in there that perhaps wouldn't have been if there was more drivers, but they've all worked their place there and deserve it. So hopefully some of the lower graders and people that have done less meetings might get somewhere.
Okay, how about for you, Dan?
I'm just expecting to be quite a few stoppages. I mean, I can't imagine getting on that first band very well. So I expect someone from like row 3 or 4 to win it, but it all depends on if Stuxby can get going. I mean, you're gonna have to stop him because he's just rapid on shale. If he's gone, then he says. But the ones behind him are gonna have to try and do something about that. So I don't know. We'll see.
Still got to get through the traffic though if he comes up behind everybody else.
Of course, yeah, but it'll help if they can get past them first few laps and sort of get into a bit of a routine rather than just being bashed around everywhere.
So, I mean, your thoughts on who you think has the best chance for winning this final this year? I'll go to Chloe first.
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to say Darren. He's got to win it. He's probably been racing one of the longest. He still hasn't won. Luck has got to be on his side at some stage. I mean, he loves the track. Unfortunately, last time we were there, he just got unlucky. But hopefully, this time, fingers crossed, where he is on the grid, he might.
Yeah.
Hopefully win it.
Fighting chance. I think everybody's got a fighting chance this year, haven't they? How about for you, Dan? Who would you say that's the person that you could see winning it?
Hopefully, and I mean this. I mean, like, hopefully, Guy Jolly, 3rd row. I mean, good chance there. He's just got to get pushing, hasn't he?
Get brave.
Nice. Yeah, why not? Someone different.
So, I mean, for yourselves personally, on a personal note, what are you actually hoping to achieve on that day? I'll go for you first, Dan, on that if I
can. Just enjoy myself, really. That's all I do it for, you know. And experience of having a Will Farm. I've obviously never been in one, and where the F1's been there, there'd be a big crowd as well. So just be nice, and hopefully no damage. It'd be a bonus.
Always a positive.
Yeah. So.
And what about for you, Chloe?
I mean, I made it onto the grid just to finish and fingers crossed race as long as I can get in the car and everything's fixed on my knee. So
yeah, because you've got your knee injury at the minute, haven't you?
Yeah, so hopefully just get out on the track and try and finish, or at least do like a minimum of 5 laps. That'd be brilliant. Just no damage. That'd be great.
So let's say that you actually did win that World Final. What would that mean to you? I'm going to go to Chloe first. If you came away with that win,
everything, I guess. I mean, it's the first World Final I've been in. Probably think that I was dreaming and that some miracle somewhere had actually happened. But yeah, it would mean everything. I'd rather see Darren win it, but if I won it, not it's going to happen. But if I did, then it would mean everything.
So how about for you, Dan?
I really don't know. I haven't even thought about that, to be honest. But
you're kind of keeping that out of your mind at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, there's a very slim chance, you know, but anything can happen. But I mean, it'd be
Still
great,
a chance.
of course, but just means I'd have to do every single meeting next year, and it'd be a busy year, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of like, yeah, okay, you've got to do every single one. Yeah. A bit of hard work. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Good luck to both of you for Bradford and that World Final, and we'll talk with you soon.
Thank you.
Cheers.